Alright, we're back. I did a little test recording and I didn't have any duplicate audio or echo. I see right before I closed out, Steve K had said that he could hear me fine. So I'm hoping it's fine. I'm going to stop talking and unmute the preview just to see. I'm going to stop talking and unmute the preview just to see. Yep, it sounds good. I don't hear an echo on my end. So if it's still echoing, Robert, I don't know. It might be something on your end. So let's start back where we left off, and that is cleaning up the sheep. I'll have to watch that short archive and figure out if I was hearing it or not. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully everyone's hearing me fine now. We had reports of an echo earlier, but when I recorded a quick video and I didn't hear anything. Then when I started this stream, I unmuted my preview window, and I didn't hear an echo, so we should be good. Wanted to check and see how our sheep are doing as far as food goes. Okay, so they could use a little bit more. We'll see if we can remember to feed them this evening before we close out the stream. Tab into our trains, and I want to see, can we put down greenhouses where we have stumps? It's okay, Robert. You know, we had a storm, we lost power, so anything is possible with respect to you know, to this setup. If it goes and loses power, who knows what I've got to do to get it working again. Alright, so it doesn't look like we can put it where we have stumps. So we're definitely going to have to clear out the stumps before we can put in more greenhouses. It's good to know. Let's go ahead and check our greenhouse levels. Alright, we could go ahead and fill these guys up. We want to make sure we maintain productivity. Let's go ahead and fill these up. Once we get them filled up, we'll be back to cutting down trees. Welcome back, country girl. Like I said, we had I had to go take care of something. We were going to sounds like I'm going to be in charge of dinner tonight, so I had to go start some chicken marinating. And while I was doing that, we suddenly lost power. And then I noticed it was pretty dark, so it looks like we've got a pretty big storm coming through here. So I started late because I wanted to see if we were going to lose any more power or not, and seems to have settled out. Then we had a little streaming snafu where Robert was telling me that we were echoing, and I was worried that when we lost power here, the streaming system shut down. I usually leave it running, so I thought, well, maybe since it shut down, something weird happened and the mic settings were somehow messed up. So I quit the stream real quick and tried a test recording, and everything checked out fine with that. So I came back in, and lo and behold, Robert had 2 browser windows open, and he was padding my viewer count. That's what he was doing. We should at some point go and sell one more bale and see what the price is for bales today. Because I've watched Rubber Burner stream, and sometimes he'll have a double audio, so I wasn't putting it... we're empty. I wasn't putting it past the software. But quite frankly, I was a little concerned because I had no idea how to fix a repeating audio problem. So I like the idea of double rowing these greenhouses as opposed to running them all along the street there. Because it then limits how much we have to drive to and from the manure pit. Oh. Guess we ran out of manure on this one. It'd be nice if these things were numbered. Then we'd know where we left off. Well, every moment that you're here, Country Girl, is a bright and shiny day to me. So I appreciate you coming in. Leave when you gotta leave to go do your thing. Alright, so we know we have to go to the last domed greenhouse to finish filling up with the manure. Hendry's back in town. How you doing? So far, it looks like we've got a wet spring. We've got rain in day 3 of spring and rain predicted in day 5 of spring. We've had a fairly dry winter. I'd rather have a fairly dry spring and summer, quite frankly. So it's the 3rd greenhouse we need to go to for manure. Are you almost done, Watchdogs? Are you almost, I guess, through the story plot? We should take our telehandler over to the farm and wash it off at some point. Should see how many... we gotta do maintenance on this one here. in 2 days. Alright, so we got them loaded up with manure. Now we got to go do and get them some water. Guess we should wash their truck at some point too. Looks like we're going to need to fill our trailer up with water before we're done. There we go. How you doing, DN Gaming? So each greenhouse has 3,000 manure and 2,000 water. Okay. Alright, looks like we're going to have to go load up our water tank. I think if we drive our truck down in the water, it should get washed off. What do y'all think? Oh no! That's not what I was trying to do. That was tragedy. And apparently sinking your truck does not wash it. Well, while that's doing that, Let's go check our sheet price. 37.20. All right. Let's hope we can pull this up. There we go. Good old Mack truck. Let's go sell this bale and just see what we get for it while we're already down here. I've not tried the drone out, Andrew. Is it fun? Have you tried it? I tried to talk Sims into doing it on one of his challenge streams, but he didn't seem to think it was a good idea. I'm not really sure why we're dropping frames right now, but I apologize. It might be due to that storm I said was coming through. Oh. This is not a good driving day for me, apparently. 1,087. I think that's the max price we're going to see. What am I stuck on now? So it was 1,087 yesterday and 1,087 today. I'm going to try one more tomorrow and see what it sells for. And if it's still 1,087, we are going to have a massive bale sell-off tomorrow, game day tomorrow, which should be game day tonight, or as far as real time tonight. Wrong way. I might have to give the drone a try. Let's see if we can do this by the that was pretty slick there. I saw the drone, it has a couple different camera angles. I don't know, is it easy to fly? We need to get our eggs. We need to get our eggs. Here comes the train. This train's going to beat us. I was hoping it would go up. Alright, so once we get these two greenhouses filled with water, we will get back to cutting some trees. And then, if it rains tomorrow, it's predicted to rain game day tomorrow. In addition to doing a bale sell-off, assuming that we get 1,087 again per bale, we will come over here and grind some stumps so that we can plop down some greenhouses. Okay, it's good to know about the more realistic. Standard keyboard controls. I assume you could also use your wheel if you had a wheel to steer it. It might be an interesting mod to incorporate into my map videos. Kind of get a high aerial view of something. So I need to check that out and see if I can incorporate it in a decent way. Does the drone have like a fuel level or some way of charging it or anything? Like if you flew it around a lot, would it stop working? We're just talking about the drone. I assume it's like a placeable, or is it something like in the miscellaneous section of the shop? So I thought I'd cut those. I saw they had little nubs on them. Because I think the way they price logs is by the average diameter. So if you've got a log that comes down to a point like that, the average diameter is significantly reduced, and I think you get significantly less. At some point we're going to go into a real forested area, just so we have a much denser level of trees. I don't know if we're going to get to that this winter or not, because I also want to take out the trees on the other side of the road, because we own fields 23, and I want to buy at some point field 22, so I don't want to be dealing with those trees that run along the road. Hello, Black Agri Videos, how are you doing? Thank you for the sub. I want to thank everybody for their subs. We went over 600 yesterday. Quite an accomplishment for a channel that's only a few months old. I'll see if I can check it out tonight on a test map that I've got. Like I said, if I figure out how to use it, I could maybe incorporate it in the map videos we do. So if anybody that's watching is not familiar with the challenge that we're doing a challenge that was set up by Old Guy Farmer, who's a fellow YouTube personality. And the challenge is to run 6-day seasons, and basically in 3 years see who can earn the most amount of money. We're currently in game year 1, the 4th day of winter. So my strategy is to do silage bales in the summer and autumn, and do forestry in the winter when there's no grass to cut. We also currently have 96 sheep. Sheep are easy to deal with since we only need to supply them grass and hay. We're obviously already set up to do grass work. $1,000 to own, $89 to lease. That is very, very affordable. It's got to be one of the cheapest things in the store. So I'd say with this challenge, I'm seeing parts of Goldcrest Valley that I've never seen before. log went away. Alright, good. Hope you have a good stream there, country girl. Thank you for the well wishings. Let's see if I can take this tree that's over here. Kind of up here in the rocks. Sweet. It's a big one too. What mic am I using? I am using a cheap Logitech headset with a little boom mic on it. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. It was probably a $20 headset, if that much. Headphones? Yeah, headset. So we're going to cut for another game hour, which should be about another 5 minutes. And then we will start transporting these logs. The one I have just connects with USB and then has a big mute button that goes like you can clip to your shirt. Well, I don't really know what I sound like in real life, DN. Never really can hear yourself the way other people hear you. I suppose I do, but then again, maybe I don't. More trees. These all appear to be fairly big trees. Guess I could grind these stumps down over on this side of the building because it's a fairly big patch of grass. Yes, this is a Steam copy. DN Gaming is asking if I bought this on Steam. And one more tree. That sunset over there. So the sheep are running low on grass, so we'll need to tend to them before we fast forward the night. We didn't do a bad job clear cutting this area. I don't really like doing forestry. It's just something I need to do to earn money. I guess since the ground's frozen, there's no real problem with driving on the field. Of course, that one log that's jacked is the last log to unload. Alright, let's take this up to the sawmill. See how much money we can get this evening. On this trailer, I pressed the Z button to unload. I think it can vary by trailer. Yeah, DN Gaming. The reason we're doing forestry now is because it's winter time and the ground's frozen, and basically this is the only way of earning money. Once spring comes and the grass starts to grow, we will switch over to our primary focus, which will be grass and baling of silage bales. And then once winter hits again, we will switch back to forestry work. Basically, we're just going to cycle between forestry and silage bales. All the bales that we wrap, oops, not quite yet. All the bales that we wrap in the summer, we hold on to until winter. So actually, we will probably be selling silage bales tonight. So let's see, how many bales do we have? We have 313 bales. We've sold 4 already. So we should, at $1,000 a bale, almost $1,100 a bale, we should get right around $330,000 by selling our silage bales. So hopefully by the end of tonight, we might be close to $1 million in the bank. Once we sell the silage bales that we've got stockpiled and we sell the logs that we've cut today. And we'll cut some more logs tonight. And of course we've got 96 sheep, so we can, come spring, they'll be chugging out the wool. We can hold on to the wool, wait for a good wool price. And the sheep will also be reproducing during that same time period. And then we'll have to see how things work. We may end up picking up some more sheep once the price gets low again. Alright, next load. So I think if we have $1 million in the bank come the end of winter, or over $1 million in the bank come the end of winter, and the fact that we own a fair bit of land, and that we own fields 11, 12, 14, 15, 22, or not 22, 23, 24, and 26. All of those fields will have grass planted on them. We still need to plant grass on field 26. We should hopefully have enough grass planted that we can basically go from field to field, cutting grass and baling silage bales. And by the time we get done the last field, the first field will be ready to cut again, and then we can just repeat the cycle. Hopefully we can repeat the cycle 3 times before the end of autumn. And my goal for the end of year 2 is 600 silage bales. We were only able to accomplish 300 silage bales at the end of year 1. But part of year 1 spring was spent prepping our fields and waiting for the grass to grow, quite literally. But the advantage in year 2 is the grass will have already been planted and will be ready to harvest at the same time the map grass is ready to harvest, which was late spring. Oh man, I just downloaded the wrong side. JP Gaming, you started the challenge? That's great news. I'll have to subscribe to your channel so I can watch your progress. Alright, that's great. Do you want you want to share your strategy, or are you going to keep that a secret for now? Because the interesting part about the challenge is, since it's all streamed, it's pretty much impossible to keep anything a secret, because it's out there for people to watch. So the plan for the rest of the stream is going to be basically selling the logs that we've got cut, and then we've got to feed our sheep, water our sheep, and then that'll probably be the end of the stream. So Skolsky asked if the price of sheep rise and drop, and they do. So the cost of all animals will increase and decrease depending on the time of year. So obviously, to make money, you want to buy when the animals are cheap, and the animals are cheap at different times of the year. So for example, cows are the cheapest in the middle of summer. In the base game, cows cost $5,000 a piece, and sheep cost $4,000 a piece. We just checked at the start of this stream what the sheep price was, and the sheep price for the middle of winter was $3,700. When I bought our sheep, I think it was middle of autumn, and they were $3,000, or just over $3,000. And we know that the base price for sheep is $4,000. There's also times of the year that sheep cost a whole lot more than $4,000. So it's all about kind of when you buy them and when they are, as to what you're going to end up paying. So we've got one more load after this. All right. Well, I won't. I'll have to watch your stream on the replay. But yeah, running at 15 times speed is a challenge in itself, because the day goes by so quickly. In fact, I think we timed this on the previous stream that it takes about 20 game minutes to go from the field where we're at now over here to the sawmill. So it's 40 game minutes to just drive to the sawmill and back. So by the time you load up your logs, you've probably spent about a game hour. The old guy farmer is in the house. How you doing there, sir? That's right, we're logging. We have to, we've got to make some money back. We just spent $300,000 in the press stream. And in the middle of winter, that's about the only thing you can do. I'm disappointed just like you are. Our forecast is not very favorable for snow. As you can see, we have rain in the forecast for tomorrow and snow for the last day of winter. We did learn, I think there was a little bit of question as to if you could fertilize a field when it was frozen, and you cannot. Apparently Seasons prohibits any working in the field over frozen ground. So about the only thing you can do is drive over it. It's interesting how the glance says the sheep's grass level is low, but of course we know that the sheep can't have grass. Well, we gotta unload this whole thing. So one stubborn log. So that's all the logs we got cut. We're gonna run this over to the sawmill and then drive back to the farm. Take care of our sheeps. Probably wash the truck off. And the trailer. I'm still not sure what washing does. It supposedly makes maintenance cheaper. I don't know if it means that our daily maintenance is lower, or if it means our Alt-R maintenance is lower, or how it all factors in. So I don't know if you heard, Old Guy Farmer, but my goal is $1 million by the end of winter. We should achieve that tonight, because I plan on doing a massive bale sell tonight in game day 5 of winter. I don't want to be trying to sell bales in the middle of a snowstorm. We'll hose the inside down too. We're almost out of our gifted bales. Let's see how much the sheep need. Oh, they need a lot. Let's go ahead and take both bales and well, so we don't have our back weight on, we'll just take one bale at a time. Let's get our water trailer and get them some water. Oh, we just poked a giant hole in our water trailer. Not really sure what the bill for that's going to be. Water is not accepted here. There we go. Let's just dump it out the back. Still have 96, that's good. Put our bale forks over here where we're going to need them next. All right, let's collect our eggs. Okay, let's go ahead and save this up. Let's check and see how we've done for the day. We have 64 eggs in our backpack. We've cut down 323 trees. There we go. 97,000 in wood. 1,087. So you can see our bale price has been climbing, and it's steadied off to 1,087 yesterday and today. I'm expecting it to still be 1,087 tomorrow, and if that's the case, we're going to do a massive sell. Our greenhouses are bringing in pretty good money. So let's alt in and get into day 5. There we are, day 5. $17,280 for our greenhouses, not too terrible bad. Property maintenance, animal maintenance, vehicle running cost is down, that's nice. And 905, I really don't know what that is. What did we buy? We didn't buy anything, did we? Alright, so we're going to save this out. We're going to quit the game. Thank you guys for watching. And I should be doing another stream around 9:30 Eastern US time. Which will be 9:30 minus, I guess, minus 4 GMT. I don't know. Either way, I'll schedule it up in YouTube here in a bit. So, till next time, happy farming.